What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We're rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer 2020 transfer window. So if you're enjoying the content and you want to stay in the loop with the latest Manchester City transfer news, then subscribe. It is free. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We are very close to 12,600 subscribers, so hopefully we can hit that by some point today, and then we can start our march right towards 13,000 subscribers. You can also find my social media links if you want to stay in the loop with the latest Manchester City news and transfer news and my opinions too. They can go and follow me on my social media. That is my Twitter and Instagram. You can find them in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Aiming for 500 likes, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. And most importantly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. So let's start this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got a very, very interesting update with Fernandinho. Now, Fanatik, who are a source in Turkey, not sure how reliable they are, but they're reporting, interestingly, that Galatasaray want a new midfielder, and they've identified that midfielder to be Fernandinho, and that is who they want to sign, and they are showing serious interest in signing him. Yeah. So if Fernandinho was to leave, and I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting Fernandinho to leave this summer, but if Fernandinho was to leave this summer, then Manchester City would need a new central midfielder. Whosoever or anybody? I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, I don't think Fernandinho will leave Manchester City this summer. I don't think that we'll sign a central midfielder this summer. Fernandinho's got 1 year left on his contract. For the last couple of seasons, he's signed 1 year extensions. That was valid from last season going into this season. He's got one more season left on his contract. I'm not sure that he'll be offered a new 1 year contract on top of that. I think Fernandinho may be the senior player that leaves Manchester City for next summer. I don't think Aguero will leave. I think he'll sign an extension, either 1 or 2 years. But Fernandinho, I think, may leave Manchester City next summer, so that means he would leave for free. I don't think he'll leave this summer. I think he'll leave next summer for free. And so Manchester City would need a central midfielder from next summer. I firmly believe that central midfielder that City are looking for is Douglas Luiz, the player that's at Aston Villa that Manchester City sold. We turned down the opportunity to sign him earlier this summer for £25 million. We've got a buyback clause that's active for 1 more season, so next summer it will be active and it will be for £30 million. So if Fernandinho does leave, Douglas Luiz, we can sign him as a like-for-like replacement for £30 million. City are keeping an eye on Aura and seeing what's happening there. No updates on Aura, whether that's Arsenal being interested or Manchester City. We'll wait and see with what happens with regard to that. But Fernandinho being linked with the exit door, which I find really interesting. Not sure I see it happening, but I do find it interesting nonetheless. Now, moving on, we've got an update on Jamie Bynoe-Gittens. Now, Daily Mail are reporting that he is set to complete his transfer from Manchester City to Borussia Dortmund early next week. He's a 16-year-old forward. He will sign for Borussia Dortmund on a free contract. He hasn't signed a professional deal with Manchester City, which means Dortmund don't need to pay a fee, but they will need to agree compensation. They can either agree compensation with Manchester City. I'm not sure if they have or not. But if they don't and he signs for Borussia Dortmund, then it will go to court, and whatever the court deems the compensation to be is what Dortmund will have to pay Manchester City, which is much like what happened with the Jadon Sancho transfer. Now, moving on, we've got an update on Aro Muric. He is set to join Girona on a season-long loan. That's according to Jack Gaughan. Reliable information coming in that as well. Couto and Pablo Moreno will also join him at Girona. They're the players that Manchester City will be giving Girona. Some serious talent there. Looking forward to seeing how Girona perform in the second division of Spanish football. They are looking to get promotion back to La Liga. Fell just short at the final hurdle in the playoff final last season. Looking to go one better and adding some real quality players. Not just Couto and Pablo Moreno, but also adding Aro Muric as well. So a good chance for him to go and prove himself over in Spain, taking the limelight away from him. I'm a big fan of young players going abroad to learn their trade. They're going to learn new skills. They're going to learn different cultures. It's going to make them more wholesome. It's going to make them better players, in my opinion. So really good loan moves then. my opinion. Now, moving on to the ins, we're going to first up speak about Jules Kounde that we were speaking about yesterday. Of course, he's a new name that we mentioned in yesterday's video. I dedicated a whole video to, so if you want to go and check that out, feel free. If you've already watched that video and you're not wanting me to do a short recap, then just skip along the video until you see the next player pop up. But a quick short recap, McGrath and The Telegraph is reporting that Manchester City would like to sign Jules Kounde from Sevilla. 21-year-old centre-back, had a good solid season with Sevilla last season. He's young as well. He's got a release clause of £68 million. Manchester City don't want to go as high as £68 million, so they're keen to negotiate that transfer instead. Apparently, Nicolas Otamendi is wanted by Sevilla, and they would be interested in including him in a swap deal for cash plus Otamendi to sign Jules Kounde to Manchester City. Not too sure what City would be asking for the price for Nicolas Otamendi. I know Inter Milan were willing to pay €5 million, whereas FC Porto didn't want to pay anything. So what the value is there, I'm not too sure. Will City go as high as £68 million? I mean, if they do, that'll release him from his contract, and that's Manchester City signing a centre-back there and then. City could choose to do that. I think City are just trying to... just keep it in a controllable amount here to signing a centre-back. I don't think City are too keen on going above £55 million there or thereabouts, so it seems. And in particular in a pandemic market, I can understand why. I think City just got to keep negotiating and keep pushing and keep pushing. I mean, if we'd shown a lot of intent and intensity like a month back, I'd be confident that we'd already have a centre-back signed. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, Kounde very much on the agenda at Manchester City. Jose Jimenez is another player City are having a good look at. Diego Carlos is another player that has previously been linked. Milan Skriniar is also another player that has previously been linked as well. So lots of options there for Manchester City. And the other option for Manchester City that we've got a short update on is Kalidou Koulibaly. Napoli, they're more than happy for him to stay in Naples, but they're more than happy for him to leave as well. That's a situation that they've got themselves into. They want £70 million, so we're looking at around €75 million is what they're looking for. Koulibaly, he's looking for a new contract from Napoli. He wants a pay rise. He's already got agreements in place with Manchester City, according to several sources, for personal terms. City, though, struggling to agree a deal with Napoli, and while we're not negotiating directly with Napoli, we're going to struggle to agree a deal. Manchester City apparently are keen on doing everything through Koulibaly's agent, and I think that's where lots of issues are arising here. I think if we spoke directly with Napoli, try and get something sorted, we could have moved on with our lives. We could either have said yay or nay, and instead we've ended up kind of, well, not making a decision for 4 weeks, and then eventually deciding to say we'll look at other alternatives instead. So, Koulibaly, it's a difficult situation. He's wanted by PSG. Koulibaly's more keen to join Manchester City than PSG, but it sounds like Koulibaly's just as happy to stay in Naples as well. We'll just wait and see. We'll see. I'm confident that City will definitely sign a right-sided centre-back this summer. Who that may be is anyone's guess. At least it gives me video content to put out there. It may be frustrating for everybody, but I'm hoping that very soon we can have some progress made on which player that player City will target to sign, and we can bring them in, and then we can all just move on from this, because it's not good. It really isn't good. But what I will say, first of all, Nicolas Otamendi more than likely will need to leave Manchester City first before a centre-back is signed, because we've already got Otamendi here, we've got John Stones here, we've got Eric Garcia here, 3 players who've had their futures looked at. John Stones almost certain and will stay at Manchester City this summer. Eric Garcia, Barcelona simply can't afford him or what City are asking for, so I highly doubt that he'll be leaving this summer unless they manage to raise some funds, and trust me, they're struggling with that. And so I reckon Garcia will stay for another season and then we'll leave for free next summer, which means Otamendi would probably have to leave, because we've already got Laporte, we've already got Nathan Ake here. There's 5 centre-backs. City aren't going to go into the season with 6, so a player would need to leave first, and more than likely the player that's been heavily linked with the exit door at this moment in time is Nicolas Otamendi, with plenty of interest in him. Sevilla, just one of many clubs that's been added to that list. So there we go, that's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. I'm aiming for 500 likes, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can find my social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 13k subscribers, so any help towards that, again, will be much appreciated. And most importantly, let me know your thoughts on these transfers in the comments below. I'm always interested in what you do have to say. And we'll be back again tomorrow tomorrow for another daily Manchester City transfer update. Well on with my grind. I hope everyone's enjoying the videos. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Hope everyone's feeling awesome as well. It's Friday, okay? So I'll see you all again tomorrow. So I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.